Hey folks, my name is Mo Amir and this is VANCOLOUR, British Columbia's bona fide culture and politics TV talk show. We're going to have a fun show tonight by asking ourselves, what is fun? Plus, Vancouver's own Jeopardy champion Brendan Liao will tell us if he won enough money to move out of his parents' home. But first, are you sick of tipping culture? Tipping at places that never required them before? Suggested tipping amounts that just seem to get higher and higher? Well, you are not alone. Here with the data on how Canadians feel about tipping, pollster extraordinaire, the president of Research Co., Mario Canseco, and to give us his report from the low road, Vancouver-based comedian Dino Archie, and this is a very special edition of the Low Road Report. So Mario, let's start with the facts. How are Canadians feeling about tipping these days?
We do tend to believe that it's getting out of hand. You're getting people to ask for a tip when you're buying something online. You're getting these ridiculous amounts whenever you go to a restaurant and they say the suggested tip is 20, 25, 30% of the bill.
Yeah.
And it's not a situation where Canadians are happy with this. It's not that we don't want to tip or that we want to essentially do away with the tipping culture.
Got it.
We want to make that decision. Don't tell me that I have to go as low as 20% when maybe I want to go up to 15 or 17.
Dino, what bakes your beans about tipping culture right now?
Is, right now I think that it's completely out of hand. It's gotten too far. And I believe in the old school tipping, man. When you, the Domino's man, the delivery man, the pizza man, the OG.
How is that different than the Uber Eats guy?
The Uber Eats guy doesn't give a damn about anything, man. This guy has to come in. He's going to the mall with your food. You're watching him make pit stops. You know what I mean? You can't trust the bag he's using. I'm not knocking the guy.
Yeah.
But it just opened the game to anybody. Now anybody's coming up to your house. If you live in a building, the elevator, everybody's got their scooter in the elevator. Nobody lives there. We're all delivery guys. I'm a delivery guy at this point. And now and it's tips, there's no talking. Everyone has a mask. It's like we were talking about. It's like we came out of the pandemic and ended up in the Matrix.
Yeah,
it feels like that scene in Fifth Element. Like someone should be flying. Yeah. You know what I mean? We should be. If it's gonna be this, we should be flying.
This seems
now.
more like a beef with delivery culture than it does with tipping culture. I will say I get very uncomfortable when the person hands you the machine and you have to tip right in front of them as they're watching. It used to be a very discreet thing that you would write the amount, and now they're like leering over you, and they know when you're going to not one of the pre-selected amounts.
It's not only that. Now they add, and this is something that really I can speak about.
Yeah,
it's like a double-barreled question. It's like 20% if the service was great. If the service knocked your socks off, then it's 25. And then there's another description. Maybe it did knock my socks off, but I don't want to go to 30%. Right. And they're standing right there with you. It used to be easier when you had to sign it. And of course, people had trouble trying to figure out the number that they wanted to use.
Yes.
But now it's a little bit uncomfortable when you have that situation of somebody standing right next to you going, so you didn't really like the service then? Because you're not telling me that it was great 25%.
Yeah.
You went a little bit lower. You pushed the screen. And that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it feels like the Cactus Club Mafia. like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, how was it? Are you happy now? And you're like, at the end, they're somehow really nice. And it's these weird exchanges based on commerce, but it's intimate. You ever get called babe?
That's also a problem, That's
babe. That's intimate. That's crazy.
If you get called babe in front of your partner, that might be a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that only used to happen at Hooters. When did we Hooterize every restaurant? Now everybody's a babe, everybody's a darling, everybody's a my love. I haven't been called my love since I was in kindergarten.
My love is so romantic.
It's very romantic.
My love, and then you're looking at me in my eyes and you're bringing me food, and I'm like, are we in love? It's invasive, and it's a theater to it. All for $5, 10 even if now I'll get personal. If I'm weird, man, because if the service is worse, I tip more.
Why?
You send the message.
I send a message. The passive aggressive.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's
Oh, no. This isn't about the money.
You're a masochist. A service masochist.
I know I don't want bad service.
You're
That's what that
rewarding it,
means. I know.
though. You're rewarding
It's
it.
going to be an issue, man. They're going to watch this and go, treat this person
It's
terribly.
true. It's
He's
true.
going to leave a bigger tip.
There's a psychological thing that I have to get over it. I had to admit my problem to confront it. And I do that. If you treat me bad, I'm like, man, you give me worse, sir. I'm like, man, spit in my mouth. Here's rent money. If you give me bad service, and then just so they go, how was? I go, it was awful. Here's all my money.
Wow.
You know, it had nothing to do with the money. It's an honest critique, but no one wants to deal. Who wants to talk that conversation at dinner? No one wants with strangers. That's why I can't go out to eat at night with other people.
Okay, clearly.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's hell for me. So you ask how I feel about tipping.
No, I appreciate it. Mario, I got to ask you, how are Canadians feeling about the places that they're expected to tip at? Because I feel like there's a bunch of places like the liquor store where suddenly you're tipping where you weren't tipping before.
It's not something that most people like. You know, we saw only 37% of Canadians told us that they tip at bars. So you already have a low bar when it comes to somebody just poured me a drink. I'm not going to tip 10% or 15 or 20.
Yeah.
So it goes even lower for all of the other stuff. But now you have a situation where you're ordering stuff online and would you like to tip the
That's
warehouse?
crazy to me.
You can tip it
I don't
to
even
the
know what I'm
side, or
tipping.
what's the deal here?
That was great, man. You're bringing up great points. There's nothing else I can't refute. That is if you gave me the thing right when I gave you the money, and there was no, if you didn't have to move, if you didn't have to twist or pivot, you know, like a coffee. Now we're at, you know, I've gotten warmed up to tipping for coffee. If I'm like, okay, I know this guy, you know, there's a human. He's cool, you know.
Sure.
He's not, and he doesn't give the coffee man. My coffee guy doesn't give me the hard sell.
Okay.
He turns around because it's all shameful. He looks away. I press a button. You know what I mean? I give him an extra 50 cents.
But it's also, I think it's also dependent on if you run into somebody like Sally from when Harry met Sally. If you order something that is very complicated, like oak mocha with double soak, 140 degrees, and you got a tip.
Yeah.
You know, you're going a little bit beyond what your service person is supposed to be doing.
Now, do you take the low road on things like that? Or let's say takeout. Do you, as they're watching you, do you just press zero?
Yeah, I'm a zero guy to the face.
To the face.
To the face.
Do you watch? Yeah. Do you look at them while you're doing it?
I'm not mean. I'm not a monster. But I'll know. Yeah, no. Because my thing is bake it into the price.
Yeah.
For delivery. Yeah. Bake it into the price.
Yeah.
I won't, this is how much it costs now. Either I'll have it or I won't. But don't, I got to get the utensils and I got to remind you, hey, can you give me some that? It's like, nah, man, I work here too now. So we've just done a fair exchange. I want to tip. When I do tip, I had a drink before this, just one. And you felt like.
I'm not judging.
All right, so listen. And I asked the barkeep, I said, she pours me, I give her 18% tip on a beer. She just poured a beer. And then I asked her, I said, what's a good tip? She goes, I don't know. And whatever it is, I was like, come on, give me a real answer. She goes, I actually like my job, so I don't care.
Oh.
I said, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Interested. So I asked the guy sitting down, Irish cat, and we were talking, and he was like, oh, man, if it's like this, 18 and up. If it's nasty, if it's low, 10 and under. So I said, okay, there's some people, everyone tips different. So to me, I'm a 25 and up if it's good.
Okay. And if it's bad,
if it's bad, I'm paying your college tuition. I'm buying you a boat. If it's bad,
we gotta leave it. We gotta leave it that.
It's between 15 and 19% for most Canadians.
Good to know. We gotta leave it at that, gentlemen. Thank you so much. This was an enlightening conversation.
It was a great working with a human chat GPT. I had to say that, man.
That's on your resume. That's on your resume.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
folks, that was comedian Dino Archie and Mario Canseco. Now, after some business, the Metro Vancouver stay-at-home son who won the big bucks on Jeopardy tells us whether or not his parents jacked up his rent. That's up next.